guys, welcome back to our channel, and in today's video, we'll be covering the insane double knockouts in MMA. So make sure you stay with us right till the end. All MMA fans can agree on one thing. When the cage door closes and both fighters are inside, only one winner's gonna walk out of there. Unless it's a draw. MMA fighters train day and night in order to do whatever it takes to win. But as we've seen before, many unexpected things happen inside the cage that really shows the beauty of uncertainty. One of the beautiful things about mixed martial arts is that there are many ways in which a fight can end. The double knockout is, however, among the rarest of outcomes, as all it takes is one connection at the right time on the button, and the opponent can be put to sleep. Before we get to the topic, here's a brief answer to the frequently asked question: who wins when there's a double knockout? Usually, what happens is that when one fighter gets up before they count to 10 and the other stays down, the person who got up before is going to win. Sometimes, both of the fighters get up before the count of 10, and then they have to be checked by the referee if both of them are fine or not. If both of them are fine, then the fight will continue once again, and if they don't get up, then the fight will be considered a technical draw match between both of the fighters. In this scenario, the fight will not be able to go to the judges, and then both of the fighters will be knocked out of the round because it was a draw match, and now there is nothing that can be done about it. Now, let's get to the main thing. Here are the 8 best MMA double knockouts. Number 8. Tyler Bryant versus Shaun Parker. Bryant and Parker were both making their professional debuts at an event that took place at the 8 Second Saloon, Indiana. Just seconds into the fight, both the fighters simultaneously connected strong punches to each other's faces, and both were instantly knocked out cold. Luckily, both of them soon got up on their feet and were okay. Number 7. Eder Lopes versus Diogo Neves. Lopez, who is 22, and Neves, who is 31, were both knocked out after they connected with crushing blows to the head at the exact same moment. It seemed as if both the fighters are lying faintly on the ground, but the double kickboxing world champion Eder Lopes quickly got back to his feet and was emerged as the winner, while Neves laid down up to the count. Lopez was awarded the KO winner, while the medical staff rushed into the ring to help the poor Diogo Neves. Number 6. Emerson and Jared hit the canvas at the same time. This event took place in 2019 in Florida between the American duo of Emerson and Jared. What happened was both of them hit the canvas at the same time, knocking each other down. It was one of the rarest scenes that have happened in the history of fighting, which is why it was a prevalent one. Divergent connected with a solid right hook in the 3rd round of the fight as his opponent was retreating into the ropes, making the audience go crazy. At the same time, Emerson landed a shovel uppercut to his opponent, and then he landed on his back. Divergent immediately got up on his feet back again to beat his opponent. It was a fight to remember for both of the athletes, and there was a lot of action and drama in the 3rd round when both of the fighters were fighting through the final bell. The 3rd round was the peak round of this fight, and at last, the judges gave a final nod and awarded Divergent for his exceptional performance. Number 5. Matt Mitrione versus Fedor Emelianenko. At the beginning of the fight, Mitrione and Fedor hit each other with brutal punches at the same time, which resulted in both fighters getting knocked to the ground. Although the fight was short and sweet, it was definitely memorable. It nearly ended in a double knockout when the fighters landed simultaneously punches that dropped the other. However, Mitrione was quicker to recover and pounced for the finish as he jumped onto Fedor and made sure he stayed down. Mitrione then landed a series of fight-ending brutal strikes on the former champion. Number 4. Anthony Lapsley versus Weatherspoon. Both fighters entered the second round and were doing pretty well. Anthony Lapsley threw a nice head kick, and it looked like he should have won there. Only moments later, though, both Lapsley and Weatherspoon tried to punch each other in the face, but in the process, connected each other's heads forcefully. Weatherspoon's nickname was Slam, and after seeing the way he jumped to the mat on this knockout, it only makes you wonder who this slam was intended for. Regardless, both the fighters lay on the ground as they didn't recover from the brutal blow and were out cold. But the best part, referee Herb Dean's reaction at the end of the fight is pretty priceless. You can clearly see he has no idea what just happened. Number 3. Jackson versus Martin. Interestingly enough, the craziest thing about this double KO was that both the fighters didn't crash on the canvas at the same time, despite landing simultaneous punches. Despite this, Martin dropped like a bag of potatoes, while Jackson was able to stand on his feet for a few seconds before falling face first to the mat in an attempt to finish him off. The referee quickly pulled Jackson off and eventually awarded him the KO victory by virtue of staying up a few seconds longer. Number 2. Axel Casarez versus Alan Vasquez. Here's another stunning double knockout in a fight between Axel Casarez and Alan Vasquez at Shamrock FC. During the match, both the fighters punched each other in the face at the exact same time, resulting in a rare double knockout. After a few seconds, Vasquez tries to jump right up, and a lot quicker like he's fine, realizing he needs to put on a bit of a show here to hope for the win. Casarez also tries to get up on his feet, but stumbles back to the ground. Since Vasquez got up quicker, he was declared the winner. After seeing the video, one might question this decision of the referee, since both the fighters were clearly out and the fight should have been stopped right there, not after Vasquez got the chance to recover and stand up. But yeah, that was a tough call, but it was such a weird situation, you can't really blame the referee. Number 1. Maynard versus Emerson. Maynard was taking on Rob Emerson in the Ultimate Fighter 5 finale back in 2007. He seemed to be in control from the start. In the second round, Maynard got a hold of Emerson and slammed him down to the ground with extreme force. Unfortunately, the bully smashed his head on the canvas and knocked himself out. Just after a couple of seconds, Maynard rose to his feet again, and Emerson was already clutching his ribs. Both fighters were in clear agony. To the surprise of Maynard, the referee ruled the result to be a double KO, and the bout ended in a draw. Knowing the fact he had full control over Emerson at the start of the fight, it came as a bitter blow to Maynard on the reality show's finale. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. Which of these KOs amazed you the most? Do tell us in the comments section. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure you do it now, and also press that notification button. Till our next episode, it's goodbye.